live, my friends. Whew. Sorry, I've been running around all over the place. But yeah, a little bit of a different setup this morning. Uh, had to run around. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I had to take care of some things and kind of got caught up. But we're live now. We're here and we're ready to go. Um, Today, as most of you know, oops, volume is on my phone. That wasn't supposed to happen. But as most of you know, we are going to be watching the live. Can't speak. We're going to be watching the first two episodes of the live stream TTRPG game Void, which is based off of or using the Coriolis setting slash system. It's basically a the way it was described to me was Arabian Nights meets space meets Mass Effect slash meets Firefly. So it's a mix of all of that. It's by or it's run by or hosted by my good friends at UnMadeGaming, with the cast of the little dot. She is amazing. She's the GM as well as some of the several major characters that you will see on the show that I've been told. You will also be seeing. Let's see, one second. Whoops. You will also have Gnomedic as you know what? Actually, we'll get introduced to other characters on the show, but you have Gnomedic, the little dot, UnMadeGaming, Ersavad, and oh hi, Kyla Street. Hi, is that Kyla Street? Hello. Oh my God, is that one of my family members? Oh, now I'm super nervous. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, I have a message. Okay. Australia. Oh, sorry. I have a cousin named Kyla Shri. That's why I was so confused for a second. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah. So thank you so much for the follow and welcome. Whew. I don't know why I'm so nervous today. Anyways, so Aeroservad, Nomadic, UnMadeGaming, The Little Dot, and Paul from In What 123. I'm sorry, I'm blanking their names, but hi Ender, nice to see you here. And they are gonna go on an adventure, and I will be joining them in season 3. So that's the entire purpose of the show, is for me to catch up, because this is basically homework for me on the first 2 seasons, so that way I'm somewhat aware of what is happening, and so I'm not completely caught off guard, and hopefully maybe interest you guys to watch along and be interested in season 3 when I'll be debuting with my character. So anyways, if there's no questions, let me know if there's any questions or any issues. The way the format of the show is going to go is we're going to watch 2 episodes per show. Each episode is about 2 to max 2.5 hours long. So typically it's about the length put together. 2 episodes put together will be about the typical length of your usual, TTRPG live stream, like Critical Role or something like that. We are planning to take a break, well, especially because I need a break. We're going to take a break after we finish episode 1, so that way we have that interval in between to go, use the restroom, grab a bite to eat if you need, get a drink, so on and so forth. If at any point in between we all decide that we do still need a break, maybe a 5-minute break, like an hour in or an hour and a half in, we can still take that. So feel free. That is not an issue. But if no other questions, we are going to get started. Let me go in and do tell me if it's working or not, because this is my first time doing a live stream watch party like this. So you are going to help me make sure that I'm on top shape. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let us begin with the first episode of Void, a Coriolis campaign. And start. Ooh, that is loud. Let me lower the volume a little bit. Tell me if the volume is too high or too low. It can be a little overwhelming, but... Ooh. UnMadeGaming presents Coriolis. A Coriolis campaign featuring the little dot. I just love this opening. It's so thematic and perfect. Is it capturing, by the way? Let me know. Because I can't seem to tell. Hold up. Let me know if it's capturing, you guys. I apologize. It's hard to tell if it's actually playing. I might have to change up the method of capture to something else, because sometimes... Nope, it doesn't seem like it's capturing. It's a black screen. All right. Sometimes this thing is utterly silly. All right, let me try one more thing. Let's do display capture. Sound is on. Okay. Add source. I'm going to add that there. So we have no Windows capture. Come on, don't be like this, please. Maybe I need to. No? Do you want to be at the very bottom? That doesn't make any sense. My apologies, my friends. This entire stupid thing. It should be working. I'm not sure why. See that it shows that it's capturing. Sound is there, but for some reason. Properties. Select option. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's see. Nope. What happens if I get out of full screen mode? Is that gonna help?
Arise, millions, and welcome to UnMadeGaming. We are here for the premiere episode of our newest campaign, Void, a Coriolis.
Oh no, this is not going according to plan. Stress.
Campaign. We are here with our full cast and crew, doing full cast and crew things.
Stress. Okay, so it seems that it's working if I don't full screen it. So I think full screen is where the issue is at. Oh. Nope, that's not doing anything. Okay, let's try theater mode. Would theater mode work better? There we go. We're gonna do theater mode. I apologize. For some reason, when I try to use it on full screen, it has issues. So we're gonna go back a little bit, and we're going to rewind and start over again. But I apologize. Let's try this now. Oh, god damn it. It was working. Let's just go back to default view. It could be just that it's not at all happy with any other form. Yep, it is unhappy with me capturing it in any form other than in other than regular viewing mode, which is a bummer. I wonder why that is. This is something for the future to figure out, I think. But at least we got it to go, and here it is. Sorry about that, by the way. It's been a hectic morning, and this is my first time setting something like this up, so hiccups.
Arise, minions, and welcome to UnMadeGaming. We are here for the premiere episode of our newest campaign, Void, a Coriolis campaign. We are here with our full cast and crew, doing full cast and crew things. So if you guys like that sweet, sweet intro, shout out to Little Red Dot. She made that, and that's pretty dope. So blow up the chat for that. As you guys know, we are funded by our patrons. If you want to support the channel, please go ahead over there. If you want to...
What the heck? I'm not seeing it changing. God damn it. This entire thing is such a mess. Let me restart it. Let's see if that works. Could be that my computer is just shit and it just does not like anything that I'm doing right now.
He's a rather large man, stocky even his
no,
age.
stop,
and he lays an arm down on the table.
We went a little too far, didn't we? Sorry about that. Just gonna scroll back. I'm watching the stream on this as well, just to be sure. But it is not a happy camper for me to do anything to this at all. Like, as soon as I touch it, it refuses to capture. Maybe just another refresh. I'm so sorry, my friends. I don't know what is going on with this stupid game. Hold up, let me close this out. I'm gonna open up Opera one more time. We're going to try it one more time. Let me open up Opera browser. I'm so glad I closed everything else out, because this thing is not happy with my laptop. Streaming and trying to watch a video at the same time seems to be a major issue for it. So it's unfortunately not my desktop, that's why. Hold on, pause this. Go in here. Oh, so Windows Capture is now working. Oh no, it's at Windows. That's Windows Capture. Stop that. Okay, so let's set properties, Windows Capture to the void. Oh man. Good morning. Sorry, we're going through some technical difficulties, and this thing is not complying at all with us. So we are trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with it. Properties, display capture. more time. We're going to try it one more time for window capture. Okay. And we're going to set it to void. Done. Oop, that. Ah, God damn it. Control Z. Ooh. Almost got it. Let's make sure it fits inside our little border that we made. It's fine if it's a little bit janky. All right, let us try this one more time. Oh. I'm gonna click it. Nope. I wonder why it's doing this. Why is it like this? I thought that's all I would need is that Windows capture. It is not a happy camper, is it? It was working. Let me delete this. Move, yes. Display capture, go away. Maybe it's because it was. No. I'm assuming you guys can hear the audio, right?
Arise, minions, and welcome to UnMadeGaming.
Yeah.
We are here for the premiere episode of our newest campaign, Void,
this is such a
Coriolis
bummer.
campaign. We are here with our full cast and crew, doing full cast and crew things. So if you guys like...
I should have asked Eris how she did the... Because she has a captain's chair stream of this campaign where she goes through and describes and gives basically like a director's commentary on everything. So I thought it'd be as simple as that. I set everything up. It should have worked. Let's go bring this all the way to the down. Nope. That's not where it's supposed to go. It should be there. But I'm trying to figure out why it's having such... So that's capturing the right thing. So you guys can hear the audio, but it's not showing the video for some reason. And that is a weird concern that I'm having right now. Because the window it's capturing, it's showing that it's there. And if I click on, let's see if I can, I don't know, Google. So it's showing, it's capturing it. It says when the video tries to load. Wonder why. Oh, now it's working. You know what? I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to press play. And I'm going to hope.
Like that sweet, sweet intro. Shout out to Little Red Dot. She made that, and that's pretty dope. So
let me see if that worked.
Hold on. As you guys know, we are funded by our patrons. If you want
it is Morrowind all over again.
If you want to discuss this game and all the people in it, please go check out our Discord. And most important announcement of the night, that little bar in the bottom right-hand corner, the corruption bar, as it is called, serves two purposes. Purpose one is that when that bar fills, Dot gets to do whatever the hell she wants to us.
Hold up. One more thing. We're going to try one more time. And if that doesn't work, would you guys be all right with just audio and no video? Or would you guys just want me to end the stream, figure out the kinks, and then we can work through what the hell is happening? Because this is annoying as fuck. But in the meantime, I'll keep trying to figure it out. But let me know what you guys think. Hide on stream, hide on. Let me try checking one more thing. You guys are going to be my test subjects, unfortunately. I apologize for that. Let me try one thing, and then Streamlabs, Windows capture not showing YouTube videos. If you're attempting to use Streamlabs via window capture in either version, you may stumble into the screen, so the normal green screen. Here are the steps. Okay, uncheck hardware acceleration. Okay, so I guess we have to. It's a. Let me try using Chrome instead of Opera. Maybe a different browser might help. Sometimes just there's an issue with the browser that one uses, and this might be the issue. YouTube. We're a little bit late. I really am sorry about this, my friends. It's one of those days. And if we can't get the video to work, we're just going to go with audio, and that just seems like the best course of action for this. Although Chrome is just being a big butt with how slow it is. I think it's just my poor computer is unable to process so many things happening at once. So much for it being a good switch accounts, just so we don't have ads come up. I'll go to this one. Holy crap, it's slow. Just gonna work through the technical difficulties. Wow. Chrome and this is not happy camper. I'm gonna end anything that might be in the background causing me trouble. We're almost there. All right, what I'm going to do, window capture, properties. Come on, show me the money. Oh my god, my poor laptop. Holy crap. Show me the goddamn properties, Windows capture, there we go. Not Opera. Why do you think it's Opera? Oh, it's not even detecting it anymore. Wow, it's right here and it's not detecting. You would think Chrome would be the one. Oh, there we go, Chrome. All right. Is it working? Nope. All right, my friends, I'm sorry to say, it seems we just have to work with audio this time. I will do my level best next time to figure out why the hell it's just doing the audio from this, even though it clearly shows that it should have. And you know what? I'm gonna watch it just like you guys are watching it right on here. Man, I'm bummed. Let me know how the audio is then. Should I up the audio a little bit so we can hear it better?
Arise, minions, and welcome to UnMadeGaming. We are here for the premiere episode of our newest campaign, Void, a Coriolis campaign. We are here with our full cast and crew, doing full cast and crew things. So if you guys like that sweet intro, shout out to Little Red Dot. She made that, and that's pretty dope. So blow up the chat for that. As you guys know, we are funded by our patrons. If you want to support the channel, please go ahead over there. If you want to discuss this game and all the people in it, please go check out our Discord. And most important announcement of the night, that little bar in the bottom right-hand corner, the corruption bar, as it is called, serves two purposes. Purpose one is that when that bar fills, Dot gets to do whatever the hell she wants to us. But more importantly, all the money that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful players here. So if you want to help us pay these wonderful players for the amazing entertainment you're about to see, drop a coin to your streamer. That being said, we will toss things over to Dot with her disapproving grandma glare, and she can bring us into the world of Coriolis.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Love you.
I am so excited to be here. I think the first thing I want to do before we dive into the game is actually talk about why I want to play this game, because it is very relevant to me. I wrote a letter to my players. I'm not going to read it, but I will kind of slightly regurgitate. The setting of Coriolis, I think, is one of the most beautiful tabletop games I've ever read. And it drew me in because I have a deep-seated fear of space. Like
funny
a big
how you
fear
do the
of
thing
space. And
that you
in my
fear the
college
most.
years, I had a little bit of an existential crisis after being far too inebriated and staring at the poster on my friend's college dorm that says "You are here." It had like a little arrow pointing to a little red dot in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy. And I'm sure you've all seen it. It was in every science classroom ever. And it was quite a little bit of a rude awakening, and really started the existential crisis that brought me into my artistic phase, and thus my name, Little Red Dot, which ties in really beautifully to the world and lore of Coriolis, because the darkness between the stars is ever encroaching on the third horizon. The year is CC 61. 60 years ago, in what is known as the Third Horizon, a collection of connected star systems, 34 of them, in fact, right? Yeah, 34 of them. A ship arrived full of humans, and it changed everything.
Ooh.
The ship they arrived on was called the Zenith, and therefore they are known as the Zenithians. The rest of the humans that were already here have called themselves the First Come. They were here first. And though their history far exceeds just 60 years' time, which we may find out more about, the most important thing is that the Zenithians took the shell of the Zenith ship and built something known as the Coriolis, a new space station, one that was to beckon in a new era of prosperity, commerce, and really a place for the Third Horizon to thrive. Because prior to that, they were in a bit of a dark ages. Now, the Third Horizon continues to shift. Even after 60 years of the Coriolis being here, of serving the people, new species has been found. On the surface of Zine, they are known as the Ghosts, and their appearance, 5 in fact, have demanded a single seat on the Council of Factions here on the station of Coriolis. 5 days ago, the first emissary has arrived. They walk among the humans on Coriolis. And as the camera pans through this massive space station, shaped kind of cylindrical and tall, and has a piece that runs around the center, known as the core, the camera pans through busy space station. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people live here. And our camera pans in on a operative, we'll call him. Sewell walks through the busy space station, having been here, lived here. Paul, tell us what your character looks like as they parse through the crowded people, headed towards a very specific area of the Coriolis station, which we'll get to in a second.
So Saul can be kind of seen with very loose, thin linen clothing that's kind of being held up by hardened leather pieces on the kneecaps, the shoulders. They're kind of worn, very dark, like
basically your skateboard pads, huh, Mike?
And he has a very deep blood maroon robe, kind of like a cloak that has a hood, and then the hood kind of covers over his eyes. So it's kind of hard to see what he's looking, but you can tell the guy has a ton of circles, a lot of sunken eyes. Like, it's just his facial structure just looks tired and just fed up. His natural demeanor is pretty much, please don't talk to me. And he kind of gives off this aura of, please don't talk to me. And he's kind of just like drags his feet a lot. Everything is under his hood, but you can see the shapes of specific tools and traits that he contains under his cloak. And that's pretty much it. He's just a normal looking sad dude.
Well, as you sadly walk through what is known as the ring that runs around Coriolis, you're headed to what is known as the
I think I may have figured it out. Sorry for stopping the stream for a second, but I may have figured out what I'm doing wrong. Instead of Windows capture, I may need to add media capture, which is what is instead needed. Let me try media source. Okay. Nope. Add a new source. Enter the name of the source, YouTube. It's not a local file. Network. Let's see if input means using this. Input format. No? Nah, never mind. We're just gonna stick with the audio for now. That doesn't seem to be working, so.
The Ozone Plaza, one of the busiest areas, specifically because it deals in tech trading. You will find everything from some black market stuff here and hard to find items to your bare minimum technology needs. But you've been summoned by your father. And you know, when your father arrives from a completed mission, he heads to one specific place. And that's Tattoo Alley, which sits on the back side of the Ozone Plaza. And as you walk in, the smell of ink and flesh are potent in your nose. Some things do not change through time. Tattoos are one of them. But new and interesting ways of tattooing the body have come about in the Third Horizon over the last 100 years, one of which is burning charcoal into flesh and embedding technology under the skin so that your tattoos move and shift. As you quaintly dodge through people, you trip over something.
Oops, sorry.
Just a slight, and bump into the back of a very large man. He lets out a oof as you bump into him, and he turns around with a grunt. He looks down at you. His face is tattooed, and you can see under the skin, the tattoo sits just on the surface, creating a raised effect, and they move and glisten as he snorts. A blue, like ember under the skin passes backwards. And he says, "Watch where you're going."
Pardon. You seem to have a little mishap going under your nose there.
sorry, what did you say? And as he steps forward into your space, 2 other men that were sitting next to him stand from barrels and crates. And he says, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Neither could my friends. Want to say it again?
Yeah, I said you have like something under your nose. It's like blue and puffy. I don't know if you meant to get it like that. It might have been a bit of a mistake. I mean, it looks good on you, I guess. But you might,
we got it. We got it to work.
I gotta move.
He looks at his friends, making eye contact, and one of them
I didn't do anything.
Claps you on the shoulder.
Okay.
The other one claps you on the other shoulder. Tight squeeze of their fingers. And he says, what I'm hearing is that you've come to Tattoo Alley without a tattoo.
How very
Looks like our friend here needs his first, huh? And he lets out a large laugh as the 2 friends begin trying to push you in the direction of one of the parlors.
Gauging by their grip, would I be able to gauge how strong their grip is?
Interesting. It's strong. I mean, it's nothing not ordinary. They all seem like relatively large men, probably bouncers for this area. They keep their own piece kind of a thing, but the 2 that hold your shoulders are his lackeys. He's the big one.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to kind of stay firm and not give in to them shoving.
Okay. I will have you make a check here because they're shoving. So let's see. That's obviously going to be a strength check, but if you feel like if you're trying to slip out of them, you could use dexterity. You're not technically in combat yet. So they just kind of had their hands on you and they're starting to push you in a direction. So if you want to dexterity out of the way, you're welcome to.
I would like to try to slip past them and slightly.
Oh, what the hell just happened?
Slightly nudge them away from me, but in a way where it's not like I'm trying to start a fight, just like kind of like I'm trying to get hold of space.
Okay. All right. I'm still gonna have you make the dex to slip free, and then maybe if it's high enough, you can get that kind of like push to get them away from you.
Dope. Okay. So I just hit that dex button, right?
Yeah, just hit that dex button. It's gonna ask you for a little box will pop up the same modifier. You don't have any, and then you just hit OK. You try to wrangle free. They're tight. Their grips tighten. One of them now puts something very cold, a piece of steel, along your back. And he says, I wouldn't try it if I were you.
Maybe if I stay on here.
And he pushes you into a small shop. Right as you cross the threshold, he's already putting on a pair of gloves. He's broken out a mechanism. It's massive. You've seen one before, but this seems to be a specialty tattoo gun. It injects bionics under the skin. It has a piece that slips under and injects it. That's how this tattoo process works. It's terrifying. Other people are another guy's sitting on a chair screaming. And as they go to push you into the door, there's a voice, one you know all too well. And he says, let him go. They don't even have to turn. They let go. Your father's voice rings out to save you. Right? A snuff from the boss.
Can I look towards the guy that I'm like, can you just kill me, please? I just kind of mutter that under him.
He kind of looks at you with like a crooked eye, and he pulls the gloves off as a sign to your father. And his dad says, come on.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for nothing.
We have something to talk about.
And I'll follow very unencouragingly behind my
boss
dad.
Yells out, if you change your mind, come back. I'll make you pretty.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Damn it.
God, that is so good.
Your father does not look at you. He says, I heard a tussle. I had a feeling it was you.
Oh, yeah. I guess it was. Oh.
Come. He leads you into his personal parlor. You know that he funds it himself. His body, of course, is covered in tattoos of all kinds, and he immediately lays across the table, removing his shirt. He's a rather large man, stocky even his age, and he lays an arm down on the table. You know this arm well. every successful mission, he adds another line. And the artist does not question, gloves, and you begin to hear that sound as he inks his skin, adding the next line in the story that's being told in his sleeve. And he says through grinding teeth, I know you don't like working for me, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to earn your freedom.
Okay.
I have a job. Not an easy.
When do you not have a job?
His eyes glare over at you as he lays face down on this table with his arm out. You can feel his gaze.
I'm just saying.
Work is an important part of the Third Horizon, son. Without it, the people here would be lost.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
He's like, so, because I'm a loving father, I'm going to give you a chance. And he kind of snaps his fingers. One of the lackeys that follows him around walks over with a data pad, hands it to you.
Ooh, data pad.
You can scroll through. It is a dossier. It very simply says that this is a rescue mission. So says the large title at the top. You are to establish a team. You're to go from here on Kua to the Teloan system.
Kua to the Teloan.
He kind of looks around. He bites his teeth a little bit. He clearly hit a nerve on the arm. His muscles tighten. There is a problem with communication. It has gone radio silent for the last 2 weeks. You have to take a rescue team, bring back as many survivors as you can, and return with a report on what has happened.
So you want me to go and bring someone back alive?
I don't make the mission, son.
Ooh,
I
but
deliver
he said
them.
son.
And this will be the last one?
If you successfully complete this mission, yes, it will be your last one.
Okay. Where am I supposed to go find the crew?
Just I thought you were the best operative there was.
Yeah, but I usually work alone. Yeah.
There is one person you are required to use. You'll find them here in the plaza. A data djinn. He works for the same employer as I do.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Paul, I love it so much.
Oh God,
He
Paul.
works for the same employer. His name is Malik. When you arrive, you will simply say, "The darkness between the stars," and he will respond, "Is ever encroaching." Do you understand?
Yeah, Malik, darkness between the toes, and then just he'll help.
Son, this is not a joke.
Oh, Paul.
Okay,
Darkness
yeah,
between the
I get it.
toes.
I have tried to instill in you an understanding of what we do and why we do it. You may not
Yes.
agree with who I work with or how I do things, but this one, this is not an assassination mission. This is not some moving of goods. If the rumors are true, whatever has happened in the Teloan system is not good for anybody in the Third Horizon. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure, I get it. Creepy, like on Doom above. Sure, I don't care. Let me just get this done so I can get out of this nonsense.
Hangers, well, let me sweeten the deal for you since I know what you do speak to. He reaches in his pocket as he lays face down on this table, and he whips out a credit stick.
Ooh.
I knew your eyes would light up at this one. You only speak one language, son.
Right.
And he kind of holds it out to you to take.
I cautiously reach out, just like kind of keep my eye on like the surroundings. Like, okay.
He says everything that you would need to pay for, and the team that you would need to hire should be covered on that. If you can't do it for this, and he kind of gestures to the stick, then you're not an operative that should be working with us anyways.
Oof.
You know what? Couldn't agree with you more.
And he goes, good luck, son.
Thanks, boss. And I'm just going to turn away and walk out.
The sound of the needle is all you hear, and a small grunt from your father as he continues to endure the pain. And you walk back out into the main alley. The three men that you bumped into earlier are all eyes on you. They stand a couple hundred yards out, or a couple hundred feet out. And you know the way back down. You are just a little outside. If you want to see, you're welcome to look at the map that I have in Roll20, Paul. You're in the ring that's off to the left. You're here at 14. This is the Tattoo Plaza. And so you walk some of the lighter alleys, which have everything from kids playing to adults kind of standing around, all of which are tattooed, children included. And you hit the main thoroughfare about here and head back into the Ozone Plaza as the camera follows you and heads up, showing the vastness of this plaza. It is a massive place, one of a lot of commerce. And like I said, most of this is technology. So the booths and stalls have everything from wire cables to chip pieces hanging. People are trying to hawk wares and convince one another that they can do better than what they currently have strapped to themselves. And you begin a barren search for a man named Malik. Malik, where are you? And what are you doing here?
Man.
What do you look like? Tell us who you are.
I don't know that first one. The first question, where I am or what I'm doing here. What I look
That's
like.
That's not a Mike existential question. I'm asking Malik.
Oh.
Malik.
What I look like is an easy one. So Malik has long dark hair, probably like a little bit past shoulder length. That's tied up into a neat bun, undercut on the sides. He's slim, athletic build, and he is wearing mostly like nicely fitting black clothes, like a black like long sleeve shirt and like some kind of appropriate. I assume they're not actually jeans, but like a whatever accounts for a space denim.
They'd be like a canvas pant.
Yeah. Of a darker tone, and he is in a shemagh that he's wearing like a scarf around his neck.
Cool.
And he's probably, what time of day is it? Quote unquote. What time in the cycle is it?
In the cycle, this would be midday.
Okay.
Most of the stores are in the plaza here are just now opening because you're looking at like food and things like that, and other commerce. I'm sorry, you're looking at technology and things like that, not food and commerce, which would be open in the morning. So mid-afternoonish.
Yeah. So then he's probably it's probably his lunch break, to be perfectly honest, and he's probably just boredly walking through the market because there's not much else to do on a work day. So he's probably like halfway through his break as he's just perusing down these rows and rows of technology because he works in one of the industrial buildings here in the tech district.
Okay.
So yeah, he's just perusing, sort of hanging out.
You peruse, and it's a faint and tiny voice actually that reaches out to you. Goes, "Hey, Mister."
Yeah, kid.
I got something for you.
Like, you got something for me, like, I'm going to reach out, and then your friend's going to come up behind me and steal my wallet, or, like, you got something for me, and you want to hand it to me, and then I have to give you some burr.
This kid kind of looks at you and squints his eyes.
Burr is the
yeah.
currency, I believe.
Well, that changes everything.
Shit. Why?
Well, because I got something for you. And he holds up an information stick, which you know would fit right into your data pad.
Uh-huh. And where'd you get it
I mean,
from?
I was going to give it to you for free, but if we're going to trade, that's fine.
Well, if we're going to trade for it, where'd you get it from?
A man.
What kind of man?
A manly man. I told you I wouldn't turn this into a comedy, and I'm failing miserably.
Tall,
the kid kind of like he's very clearly trying to avoid answering your question. Dot's not just being a total bitch. He says, I don't know. He just kind of came up and he gave me some burr, and he said to make sure you got this.
Oh, so he already gave you the burr then, so that means I don't need to give you more because you're not actually giving me any information that I
Well, he said it was for delivery, but since, you didn't really want it.
So, tell me this. Where did he give it to you?
Over there. And he points at like an alleyway. He says, he was right over there. And he kind of points, and there's a stocky, short, kind of rotund man who is instantly. He wears his head mostly bald except for a long string of hair that he braids into the worst kind of rat tail. And it drapes down his back on the robes that he wears. And he sits at a counter. Nobody else is there at this counter, like open bar type thing. He's fiddling with some stuff.
Who is this man?
You would know this man to be, his name is Merez Alcan, and Merez is a middleman for the person that you work for. He has a particular interest in technology, specifically ancient technology, and the black market trade of it. And he says, I don't know, he just said that you were going to need this. But if you don't want it, I can keep it.
No, I mean, I do want it.
How bad?
I mean, that depends. What are you going to do for this burr?
Well, I'm going to give you the stick.
Yeah, but see, I'm twice your size. So, like, I could just push you down and take the stick.
Mike, you don't push children.
Goes, and just starts wailing as loud as he can. Just a fake cry as loud as he can go. People start like looking around at you. He said he's gonna push me. The kid pockets this cred stick or the information stick.
Oh shit!
Malik grabs him by like the forearm, and he just starts shouting. What's the police called in this area?
There are two. This section is not actually run by the adjudicators, I believe. This is actually run by... I have to look it up. But you can... Technically, anywhere on Coriolis, you can call it adjudicator.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically run by the corporations, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he grabs him by the forearm, and he starts shouting for an adjudicator. Pickpocket! Pickpocket! I need an adjudicator! And he's like waving. He's making as much of a scene as possible.
Just two children, one's old and one's young, and they're both yelling. That's all I get. God damn it, Mike.
Very nonchalant, non-caring, RoboCop-style adjudicator walks over. Definitely a person, but in full, what would be considered armor, space armor. So pauldrons, knees, the whole nine. Comes over with a relatively large gun in hand, isn't even strapped in his hands. He doesn't even care that much. It's just hanging at his side. And he says, is there a problem here?
Yeah, this kid just pickpocketed me. He stole a data stick. It's in his shirt, but he's making a scene.
I didn't do it. It's not my fault. It was embarrassing. And he just kind of mutters a bunch of stuff.
Oh my god.
It's like he did it, but and he's kind of pointing. It doesn't take long for your friend, I say your friend, your colleague, Alcan, to come over. He comes waddling through, and he says, I'm so sorry, sir. He very clearly, well, I say that very privately, slips the adjudicator a stick, probably full of burr, a cred stick, and says, this is my nephew. He gets in trouble all the time, and his father can't seem to keep it together. And the adjudicator kind of looks it over, and he goes, son, is this your uncle? Alcan looks very fiercely at the child like squints, and the adjudicator walks away. Alcan goes, put him down, Malik.
Put him down. I put my hand out for the stick.
So does he at the exact same time. The kid doesn't know who to give it to. And he hands it over to where he was supposed to deliver it the first time, to you, Malik. And Alcan looks up and he says, "Would you like to join me?" And he gestures back to the booth where he's been working on something.
I pocket the stick and then I kind of like tussle the kid's hair and I hand him a burr and I look at him and say, "Did we learn a valuable lesson?"
Oh my God, Mike.
Get out. And I give him a shove and then
and you get him like, oh, and he starts running.
And then I head with Alcan.
I wonder if you would notice. No.
Right? It's so good.
Okay.
I can give you, if you wanted to make a check for perception as you kind of like, tussle in a little bit and send him along his way. Let's see if you...
Yeah, I'll give you a little observation roll here.
Yeah, give me that observation. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, if you got some observation.
Limited success.
It's not until you kind of like, tussle his hair and send him on his way, and his back's turned that you realize that on the back of his shirt is a patch.
Ooh.
A series of colors and lines that have been put on representing one of the factions.
Oh. What kind of faction?
That's a really good question. It is a limited success. The kid darts behind somebody before you can realize too much. It's definitely not the Syndicate.
Cool.
You just bullied somebody's child.
That's fine.
Okay.
Probably not the first time. Let's be serious here.
Just throwing that out there. You walk over to this stand. This seems to be some kind of junk stand where you can find like odds and end parts. It's almost like a do-it-yourself type stand.
Okay.
And you feed creds into this machine, and it picks parts like off a wall. It's a giant vending machine with a bar stool on it. And he's clearly gotten something, and he's actually looks like he's soldering a small another stick and information data stick as he's kind of fixing something. And he says, "Sit down."
Why the cloak and dagger?
He says, "Well, I'm just supposed to deliver the information, and I was a bit busy today, so I thought the kid could do it for me, but clearly you have an issue with small children."
Oh my God.
I mean, I keep you around. And he sits down in the chair.
He is a very squat man, and that's actually a bit of an insult. He stops soldering and puts it down, knowing that he might hurt himself if he does it under such anger, or ruin whatever data is on the stick. And he says, "I came to save your ass."
Okay.
He goes, "Well, if you're going to be shit company, you can go elsewhere."
Oh, I thought there was more to that was it?
Well, there is, but...
I mean, I don't really think you saved my ass, but I mean...
He goes, "Do you think that Judicator was going to believe you? With a kid?"
I mean, a street rat or a respectable businessman doing business?
You should check your eyes, Malik. That was not a street rat.
Who was it?
He goes, "That's not my information to tell. Plus, that's not what I broker in."
What is it about then?
Okay, what's on the stick?
I don't know.
Don't you?
It's your stick.
You looked at it.
I might have.
I know. What's on the stick?
Your next mission. Off Coriolis.
Ugh. Okay. From the usual?
This one's bigger than that. It's a rescue mission on the surface.
And I'm going?
You have a different mission.
Okay.
The organization has taken deep interest in some lost cargo in an area known as the Taloan.
Taloan.
You are to retrieve it under any circumstances.
Isn't that gate
down? Yes.
Awesome.
Hence the reason why the goods cannot get back to us.
Awesome. Do I have a crew?
You're part of somebody else's crew. He claps you on the back.
Awesome. Awesome.
He says, okay. So, don't go too far. You'll be meeting somebody here.
Great.
You might want to check that data stick.
Yeah, I'll do that. Tea? Do you want tea? Do you have tea?
He looks around at nothing but technology around him. No.
Amazing host. And he pulls out his tablet and sort of slides the data stick in and starts scrolling through files.
Thumbing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get the same dossier that has already been handed out once today. That there is a rescue mission that is to be done in the Toan system. The Syndicate has specific interest in a shipment of chemicals. Well, of an element, really, that has been lost. It was being transported when communication was lost there.
Okay.
And it is to be returned. It is a large shipment of a called Umbria. You are welcome to make some kind of roll. We'll make this this is definitely an intelligence roll if you want to know more about it and see if you know more about it, or you could you could try to research it and see if you know anything about it. But...
Yeah, so I'm on the station, right? So I have access to the super data computer. All right. Can I make a data gin check to try to access this?
You can. Okay. Let's get yes. Is the answer. Great.
2 successes.
Ooh,
2 successes.
Nice.
Here's the thing: the public computer always tells you what they want to tell you.
Sure.
So you pull this up. There's limited information on this in the public computer. It is a volatile element that is used in the making of very potent substances, as it's listed. It is not easy to come by, and even a small quantity is very, very valuable. That means if somebody from the Syndicate is seeking it, they're probably seeking it for some kind of new drug or to make a new batch of something.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
But it was lost, obviously, and aboard a ship, and you are to retrieve it. Or at least find the ship that was trying to get it there and get it back. They want it. They want it bad. In addition, you are to work under an operative that has been hired also by the Syndicate, known as Sewell. And they will be reaching out to you very shortly, actually. And there's an audio clip actually at the end that you can listen to. And the audio piece tells you that Sewell will tell you that the darkness between the stars, and you are to reply, is ever encroaching.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or darkness between the toes.
Yeah, I think he once he has this information, he removes the data stick and sort of just reaches over and grabs a tool, and then cracks it open, and then removes the internal components, and then hands him the casing of the data stick, so that he can repurpose it. And then he just snaps the chip and sort of pockets the pieces.
He says, "Have fun getting tea."
Thanks. Have fun. Whatever.
Stealing people's information. I will.
Yep.
And you hear it start again as he begins eating away at this information chip, and the camera pans out to another set of feet that are quickly headed towards the Ozone Plaza. The feet of Tamir. What does Tamir look like passing through the crowded area, headed to meet? Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Tamir is. I actually have no idea how tall Tamir is. Probably 5'8". I don't know. Average height.
Average height. Okay.
Average height. Has just really curly, kind of swept over to the side hair. It tries to, but it just kind of doesn't want to stick. Very clean cut, shaved sides. A very clean, very thin kind of beard and mustache that leads into it. Very youthful face. Is actually kind of wearing a mishmash of a full kind of jumpsuit that's tied around the waist. But then very clearly his university shirt, which is a sweater just like this, so it just got the school colors, banded
Coriolis
around.
University, see you, baby.
Coriolis University, yeah, bro. What are the colors?
I don't know. Coriolis is probably blue and something. Blue and gold. Coriolis
there's
blue and
5
gold.
different institutions here.
There are a whole bunch of them.
Hogwarts houses or something at this point. You know? And then he's wearing his.
Oh, Tamir.
He also has like a scarf that is just tied up and draped around like a sash on his body, and just running through this place. We said we're at the open.
Yeah, you're kind of coming in. Actually, you would be coming in.
Oop.
Coming in from the docks, of course, because you
There we go.
within the last few hours have docked.
Right? They have such great outfits.
Coriolis is made easy thanks to some trains and stuff
Just
like
the
that. But once
sound
you reach
of
the
it.
inner ring, there's really only a couple ways to get about, which is on foot, and then there's a single tube station that like loops it. But you would be coming in, we'd probably say from the north here of the Ozone Plaza. As you seek your brother, you know that this is where your brother hangs out. And you have a little bit of time out of space and on station while your internship is going on, and maybe a visit to your brother is not a bad idea. Make sure he's not getting in trouble.
Yeah, but he always is getting in trouble.
Precisely.
Apparently being a dick to children.
And as you kind of enter and begin kind of peering around, you can't miss Malik as he gets up from having a conversation with a rather seedy individual sitting at a telecom or like a telecom station. And he begins walking off.
Okay. Hakadol! And I'm just gonna like kind of
my
like
gosh.
run after
Hakadol.
him and just give you a
Oh,
big
trust
hug,
me.
knowing
Trust
how much
me.
you probably
It's gonna be
love
good.
getting swept up from behind. Just not a care in the world, hair flying as I'm just like darting down between the people and just like hug you.
Yeah, so I think he's not prepared for it, right? And so like you do that like a tackle thing, and he like stumbles forward a bit, and then like get off. We're in public. This is a market.
Malik, I miss you. How have you been?
I'm great. Why are you? Shouldn't you be in class? It's like the middle of the day.
My class is the spaceship now.
I'm sorry.
He's so high.
That makes sense.
My job, my internship. This is what I do. I fix the Defiant.
Oh, is that like a? What is that?
It's okay. So it's this freighter ship, and it's actually quite amazing.
Is it?
It was originally meant to. Oh God, what was it originally meant to go do?
Is it
Oh my
it was
God.
research,
Don't-
right?
Oh, the
It was
cosplay
research,
video.
planet-side research, basically.
Yeah.
It was a science freighter.
So
Yeah,
it's a ship for nerds.
Hey,
Ship
rude.
for scientists, yes.
Perfect. That's for you. It's a nerd ship for nerds. You're on it, man.
Nice
And
to see you.
he like
again.
does like the arm around like too hard. Like yeah, good. A ship for nerds, and you're the like. Are you like the head nerd on it?
Well,
Oh, Malik.
yes, I am the head nerd.
That's a big improvement from being bottom nerd to head nerd. Proud of you, man.
Oh, now the video
Sometimes
comes
I
back
wish you would have stayed on
and goes away.
just sometimes. Right
You
now.
you wouldn't be where you are without me, buddy.
Those times.
So when do you take off, or is it like a dockside ship?
We're just
Derelict?
here for a little bit. Unfortunately, there hasn't been. Well, I don't.
No,
fly
I don't know
this
what's
ship.
going on.
Oh,
That would be.
I have
Tom.
no idea why
have you
this is
actually
happening.
Gone off planet side or off the station?
Off the station, yeah,
Yeah?
a couple of times.
Like just out and back though?
That's totally true, but that's boring.
Oh my God.
I do important work, okay?
I believe it.
I better
I
get good
believe
for
it.
that,
You have
huh?
a science degree, I would assume.
Not yet. Soon.
You're like
Hopefully.
3/4 of the way to a science degree.
Yeah, that's about right. Math was never your strong suit.
Yeah. Words, not numbers. It's a different language. So what are you doing here? Like here in the market, not here on the station.
Well, I checked the bar first, but you weren't there, so
Okay,
I
rude.
figured you would be here.
It's the
I
middle
mean,
of the day.
we're only here for a little bit, but
a work
like
day.
I just wanted to make sure
Wouldn't be at a bar.
that I get to see you.
That's fine. Okay. All right. Call that.
Yeah,
That's
right.
fair. Let's
I'm
go see
literally,
the ship.
what I'm
Sure.
having to do is I have to click
You
the
know what? I
search
have to do
button
a
on my
lap
Windows
around
taskbar
the marketplace
and have that
then
pop up to let me have this. I don't know
I
why
probably
it's doing
have
it
like a
this
good
way.
like 15 minutes after that before I have to go back to work.
There's no
Uh-oh.
way that you'll make it to the net in 15 minutes.
And then I
Like-
will, yeah.
Like a lap, and like Tamir will like pat your belly a little hard.
Ooh.
You have you been eating too much of the kebab, or
You know,
I leave for 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, Malik, and
Okay, I see what we're doing here.
you don't want to come see the ship that I've been
I
on
do want to,
for
but I have.
3 months.
There's a.
Do you know I've been on this ship for 3 months?
Has the ship been on Coriolis the whole 3 months?
Mostly.
Yeah. So that means you haven't actually gone anywhere. Just so we're clear.
We've left.
Mm. Mm.
We've left. We've docked. We've undocked,
Mhm.
and then we've docked again.
Okay. Have you been to Kua?
No.
That's right below us.
That's
That's the closest other
You
celestial
might
body.
have flown around the monolith, but like,
Just to see the sights because we
So-
have nothing
you don't want
else
to
to do.
waste fuel. It's really expensive right now, and you
It's
don't have a
incredibly
job.
expensive.
I'm just saying, I'm meeting someone here, other than you apparently. When I meet that person, I will come to your ship. You can hang out. Maybe not. Maybe I just come meet your ship a little bit later. Are you gonna be at it?
Wait, Malik.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And like I kind of like do that brotherly thing where I pull you a little close.
Uh huh.
Is it a girl?
Will that get you back to
Emo
your
would
ship?
be so proud of you. Like an actual girl, not like a simulated one.
As he says that, something heavy in your pocket, Malik, like a hand, a small one,
Mm-hmm.
but clearly trying to pickpocket you again.
What side?
Your left.
So the side that Tamir is not on, I would assume.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know why I pictured you on the left.
Yeah.
Tamir on the right, and you guys are like hugging, and somebody is like trying to nip in your pocket, and it gets, you don't know if they got bumped, but there was like a heavy pull in your pants.
Okay.
Because I failed all my rolls.
Do I want to let that kid go? Because the only thing that's in that pocket is the broken data stick. You know what? I'm gonna attempt to grab the kid, to like reach out and grab the hand that's in my pocket.
Okay. You turn around and grab a hand.
Okay.
It's not the child.
Cool.
Whoa.
It's this kind of gangly, their entire body's almost like wrapped in like black, I guess it'd be like gauze almost, like from head to toe, kind of like a mummy. And they
Yeah.
wear a black like hood and cape that goes with it. And they clearly botched what they were trying to do. They're a very frail frame. And small, but not the same child. And you are welcome to roll a dex to grab that hand.
I fail.
You fail. The hand pulls free, but you make eye contact with the whoever it is, and they dart into the crowd of people and begin moving very quickly. They did not successfully get the data stick.
Was there anything distinct about the person? Other than
Their
the fact they were like
eyes.
head to toe? Okay.
Their eyes are what's really like showing. They have these kind of piercing blue crystal eyes.
Gotcha. I think he reaches into his pocket and makes sure that all the contents are still there. And then he just sort of turns back to Tamir and says, yeah, that's why you need to go back to your ship, because you look like a target. And when you stand next to me, you make me a target. I just got pickpocketed while you were standing here.
So you hit the plaza, and you very clearly, smack dab in the middle, stand these two men hugging each other, having a quaint conversation, and very loudly you hear Malik say these words, kind of lively, as you do see somebody like dart off into the crowd of people away from them. This person that's speaking very loudly in the center of the plaza matches the dossier of the person you were seeking. But he stands with somebody else. That was not part of the deal.
Uh-oh.
Shit. Can I look at the dossier and is there any kind of description of what he might look like?
Yeah, you have a general idea of that. It gives you like a rough idea and probably even a picture, honestly, because you guys work for the same organization, so they would have information on all of you. And like a little HUD appears and shows you some information on this data gen.
Also, how much did the my very rich father give me on that?
You haven't run it yet. You don't know what's on the cred stick.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like kind of like fiddling with that in my hands while like staring
Don't
at
lose
the two.
it.
And then I'm just gonna be like, as I look around, is there any other like kids or?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Right,
they're kind of, some of them are playing. None of them have really noticed you, but you will know that whoever ran off from them is
I
not.
saw that too, right?
Yeah, you would have seen just the dart of the person, like the end of the cape, was not a child. Was not a child.
Do I go? I'm gonna put the little floppy disk chip thingy burr away, nicely tucked in the pocket.
I was about to say, yeah, you better put that away, because when I tell you how much on it.
I'm gonna put the dossier away as well, and I'm gonna grab one of the kids.
Okay. Yeah, there's some kids. They seem to be playing some kind of game with some broken parts of a ship. It's something probably like we would consider jacks, but it's made out of bits and pieces. They made the set themselves.
Jacks. Oh,
Okay.
is it like where the ball
is there like
and
any
then
alleyways
grab the stuff
connected to
okay,
all?
got it.
Yeah, there's one that you could get to pretty quickly, or at least the side of a building and like out of the main thoroughfare of what I consider to be this pretty open plaza.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of blend it. I'm gonna get a piece of paper or parchment, I'm sure, and I'm gonna write the words "the darkness between the stars" on it.
Okay.
Crumble it up, and then actually no, don't crumble it up. Write the darkness between the stars. I'm gonna write toes and then cross it off and put stars because I'm like that's not right. And then I'm gonna put like look around and look for a very distinct stand. Is there any kind of like stand that has like any colorful, very like outstanding, something that like stands out in the market that could be distinguished?
Yeah, there's this very, very bright stand off to the side that's trying to sell this new piece of tech. It's specifically like an attachment for the average data pad. It would be like the Apple upgrade of the third horizon. It's very flashy. The stand is super duper like white and clean and crisp, and a bit sterile. And there's a woman that's like, "Would you like an upgrade for your data pad? There's nothing like a proper upgrade."
So on the piece of paper, I'm gonna write the sentence. I'm gonna write I'm just gonna write alone, and I'm also gonna write very annoying female salesman, bright white, and I'm gonna crumble it up, and I'm gonna like not creepily like kind of look for one of the childs, and be like, I'm gonna tap one of the shoulders. Okay, it doesn't really matter.
This little girl goes, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you're fine. Relax. Do you want to make some money?
How much?
How old are you?
7.
Are you lying?
Yeah, I'm 5.
Okay, I'll give you 5 burr if you do something for me.
Okay, what?
Take this, and I'm gonna give the piece of paper to her.
Okay.
Don't open it. If you open it, that 5 burr is gonna go down to a 3 burr.
Are all the friends she has? There are exactly 5 of them. They go, don't do it, don't do it.
I want you. Do you see that guy over there with the man bun?
Yeah, he picked on my friend earlier.
Yeah, phenomenal. I want you to go over there. Be adorable. Pull on his shirt and just be like, "Hey, I have a message for you. Don't do what your friend did, okay?
What did? Oh.
Just whatever he did to get in trouble, I guess. Just offer it to him and be like, "Hey, I have a message for you. Don't say anything else," and then walk away.
Okay, and then 5.
Here, and I'm just gonna give. How does burr like? Is it like a physical currency?
There's a digit. It's both. It's both. So a burr is like saying dollar money. So there's a digital form of it as well as like a hard currency. But
I'm gonna give her 5 burr in hard currency just to make it more tangible. And I'm just gonna be like, here, just if you go do that, and you find me tomorrow, I'll give you and your friends more burr. Okay?
She looks at all of them, and they're all in agreement. Like, this is a good idea.
I'm gonna lean her in so only she hears it.
Okay.
But if you fuck this up, I will kill you. And then I'm gonna get up and then walk towards the white stand.
Oh my god.
The child like leans away and very quaintly walks over to Malik and goes, excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, kid.
I have a... Don't say anything. You're not supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm just supposed to give you this.
Cool. And I just like reach down and I pick up the paper, and then I like
Wow.
side eye Tamir, and then I just look back at the paper.
The girl like runs, bolts away from you.
Oh.
And it says these things. It says the darkness between the stars, except stars is written over top after being scratched out of toes. Annoying woman, white stand, and you look over and there is Soul kind of leaning against the stand.
Oh, there he goes. Damn it.
Cool. Don't. Welcome to outside the academy. Stay here. Like right here. For like 2 minutes.
But you're supposed to come see the ship, or I'm supposed to come meet your girlfriend.
The walk got canceled. Stay here for 2 seconds. And I have to go talk to someone. I'll be right back, and then we'll go see your ship.
Oh my god, fine.
Buy a snack. And he starts to walk away towards the stand with Saul.
You walk over to the stand. As soon as you walk near it, the woman's like, "Would you like an upgrade for your data pad, sir?"
No,
But it's the latest and
I
greatest.
don't want it.
Top of the line. It'll take your data pad.
I work there. I don't.
Okay.
I have one. I have
Yes, but the newest upgrade
It's not.
is council approved.
one. Oh, why this stand? And he just like he looks to Saul.
The woman says, "I'll give you some time to think about it." And
Thank
she
you, that'd be
turns her
great.
back and continues like straightening shelves that are pristine anyways.
There's thousands of stands.
Did you think that if I killed her in public, that I can dispose the body as quickly?
What the fuck? What are you? Okay, no. I would do that. That's illegal. That's like the worst
When
crime.
has anything being illegal been an issue? Anyway, are
When
you
it's-
are you Malik? Are you
You just
Man bun?
randomly gave the note to me and didn't have any.
I kind of took an educated guess, honestly.
You guys
Okay.
are the worst syndicate members I've ever met.
Okay, let's
the
pretend that
note.
I am and let's see what happens here.
The note.
Mhm.
Read the note.
I read it.
I look at the dossier like, I think you're supposed to do something.
He starts to say something back to you.
I'm aware.
No, I was answering for Paul. I know. Well,
Oh, I guess. Ugh, fuck my dad. All right. The darkness between the stars.
Is ever encroaching. Now, don't write things down.
I mean, you got the message.
Yeah, that's like 101.
You're here.
Yeah.
You
now,
got the message.
What?
I'm
is
like
the
looking at
next-
the dossier just back and forth.
What is the next?
pretty sure
What is the
this is
next
you.
step? What are we doing?
Do you know any ships?
Do we not have a
Oh
ship?
my
I was told we
God.
have a ship. We're crew on a ship.
No, I don't have a ship.
You don't have a ship. I'm just
No.
the crew on whatever ship you have.
I think we're supposed to get a ship.
Okay. Do you have any other skills besides slaughtering civilians in public?
Not really, no.
Can you pretend you have any skills?
Not really, no. So, do you have a ship?
Maybe.
Oh,
Sorry,
actually,
I
before we move
troubleshoot
on, and I
something.
lean over and I point to your brother. Who is that?
The engineer on the ship.
Oh
a
no.
ship.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. Are you friends?
Yep.
Do you know what kind of ship?
A science ship.
Too bad it wasn't a freighter.
It's a science freighter.
I look at the dossier and like read over the mission. Okay.
yep. That means that you would be able to do your research, gather information, and potentially bring people back.
This is perfect. Wow, you're becoming a lot more helpful than I expected to be.
You're far less.
Let's go have a conversation with your friend.
Let me talk, and you just, I don't know, exist menacingly.
I think I can do that.
Great.
And then while we're walking back, could I like check how much burr is on the thing?
Yeah, there's like it's almost like it looks kind of like an ATM, but it's an open computer system that pretty much anybody can use. That's connected to like the main system, and you can run your cred stick through that if you want to see how much you've got.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that and just check it.
You pop it in. You enter your personal code to access the information, and there's a moment where a bunch of zeros pop up, and then the numbers start rolling, and they end at 10,000 burr.
Fuck. All right. I just take it out and I put a pocket in. It's like, damn it, fuck you, Dad. All right, and then I'm gonna walk away and walk towards Malik and be like, all right, just needed to check something.
Okay, great. And he starts heading towards Tamir. Hey, this is
Saul.
my friend
Oh my
Saul.
god! Oh my icons. Is that the better phrase to
Oh
say?
my icons, yeah. Oh my icons.
Oh my icons.
With just like a
Oh,
big
oh am
eye.
I? Oh am I?
Don't finish whatever
I
you're
like
about to
that.
say.
I like it.
Whatever the next words are coming out of your mouth are wrong. This
Malik!
he needs.
No,
He needs
why
a
didn't
ship.
you
He
ever
wants
tell
to-
me?
he wants to hire
I'm
a
so
ship.
happy for you. It wouldn't have mattered.
You're extremely excitable.
He really is. He really is. This is Saul.
Oh,
He wants to
Tamir.
hire a ship.
I think we just
Are you the
established
ship?
the himbo of
No,
our
you have a ship, you idiot.
show.
No, I don't have a ship. I work on a ship.
But you
You
work
told
on
me he had
one.
the ship.
I didn't tell you he works on the ship. I told you that he is the chief engineer of the ship.
So you know a ship, and I point to Tamir.
Oh my god.
Well, I know many ships, yes,
But you work on one.
I work on a ship.
Right.
You
I leave-
wouldn't know that that Tall did dock here because you're still looking for work. You've been out of work for a while.
Saul needs a ship for a job.
I'm gonna lean in and
Oh.
kind of like lean towards Malik. Is that ship registered?
Yeah, it's a ship.
Okay.
They're all registered, Saul, because that's the law.
Right. Of course.
Tamir's
he
so
would
good.
like to charter the Defiant. Could you introduce
Oh.
us to the captain?
Yes, it would be my pleasure. So nice to meet you. I'm Tamir, and I'll go ahead and shake your hand.
I pull
Uh,
away.
Wait, what was it?
I
I
pull
imagine
away.
you saying that too, and I'm gonna go ahead and shake your hand.
And I
Canon
mean, like,
now.
Soul, like, as you like try to shake his hand, I'm just gonna look at it and be like, no.
Oh no. Oh, poor Tamir.
Great.
Yeah, he doesn't like touching or people or fun.
Is Malik? Is
Nope.
that why you didn't want to tell me about?
Not what I think it is. Just a job.
What do you think it is?
Okay.
He thinks we're a couple.
Why would he think that?
I don't know, frankly.
We just met.
I know.
Wow, that's so soon.
Oh. I'm gonna push you out of
Okay,
the
so
airlock.
can you please take me to your ship?
Yes, please. So sorry. Come right this way. And
As you gesture, Tamir leads you out the opposite end of the plaza in which Tamir entered, knowing that your captain, the person that all this must be approved by, is currently frequenting her favorite place on Coriolis, pretty much the only place on Coriolis. And the camera pans ahead of all of you. It cuts through people, not very far actually from the Ozone Plaza. You're headed here to the 15 on the map. So down a little ways you walk, probably about a half mile to a mile, and you come up on a small, or the camera comes up on a small cantina, open face cantina, circular, one of the more quiet sections of the actual ring itself. And we see Tall sitting there, probably enjoying a drink. What does Tall look like here, Eris?
Tall is your average build, about 5'5", not particularly muscular or skinny on either side of the aisle. She's wearing a black jumpsuit, generally thought of as a flight suit. It almost looks like a flight suit, but it's not quite.
Yeah, probably altered and tailored over the years, or made to look a little different than the original suits that arrived in the Third Horizon.
Yeah, she's got bright red curly hair, which she actually has covered with a dark hood, but you can kind of see a curl peeking out here and there. And she's looking a little sullen as she just drinks her drink.
It's actually a woman. You've been drinking for yourself now for a little bit since you and Tamir split. Tamir seemed to have other business aboard the Coriolis, and you probably went out hunting for jobs, but haven't found a whole lot. And not many people are just actively passing them out, at least not like they used to. So when you hit this cantina owned by one of your favorite ladies in all of the Third Horizon, her name is Rashina. This is her cantina, Rashina's Cantina. And you shut your mouth, Mike. That's cute, and you like it. Rashina's Cantina. And
I like it enough for you.
Thanks, Eris. And she has served you, of course, your favorite, an older lady. But actually, you sit by yourself for a while before another hooded and cloaked figure pulls up the stool next to you. There are plenty of places to sit in this cantina, not necessarily being the number one cantina in the area, but she chooses to sit right next to you. And you can immediately tell based on the robes that she wears and the hood that she is definitely a priest of some kind, and serves obviously serves an icon here aboard Coriolis. And she sits down. A drink is offered to her. She turns it down and instead is staring at you, tall, just through your cranium, just right into you.
Oh my god. Creepy.
Look over. Can I help you?
I'm sorry. I was drawn to you.
Well, that's not a pickup line I hear every day. Go on.
She laughs. The woman is completely bald. She's shaven, and the top of her head has been tattooed with different symbols. Symbols that you recognize are for the traveler icon. And she says, I don't usually do this, but something about you. Do you have a name?
Name's Tal. And yours?
I am Sholi.
Sholi?
Well, I see we favor the same icon. I hold my right arm up with a little talisman that hangs from a bracelet.
She says, oh, are you a traveler?
I am. Pilot.
It's a dangerous time to be traveling the Third Horizon.
It's always been a dangerous time to travel in space.
You underplay the importance of the danger to make yourself feel better. Why?
Well, that's a deep question. Are you sure you don't want to drink?
She says, no, I do not drink. My duties are too important. Are you leaving, Coriolis?
If I can find a job, I will be.
Well, I shall pray for you then. All travelers deserve somebody to make an offering as they travel.
I appreciate that.
Says,
he seems nice.
I saw you arrive at the net.
Oh?
You looked sad.
Well, leaving my ship is sad.
She laughs. Again, covering your fear with humor.
Well, we all... Yeah, not everyone can be comfortable everywhere they are.
She nods and says, you're right. I'm sorry if I come off forward. It is an odd feeling when you are drawn to someone. There are many in the Third Horizon, and I spend my days on the docks praying for travelers. But you seem like you needed something more than prayer.
Oh.
Well, if you have a good paying job, I'll take that.
She says, unfortunately, that is not what I
What are
do.
you doing to me, Aaron?
But
I lean very close to her and whisper, "Are you a mystic?"
Ooh.
she smiles and her head drops a little and she says, if I were to say yes, would it change anything?
I'm open-minded.
She says, then I am touched at your openness, especially in a time when so many, like myself, are being killed.
It's fair.
It is easier for me to pray than it is to accept my powers.
I can get behind that.
So
It's
mystics
easier
is
to drink than
something.
expect. Well,
Something that is not
you can already tell, apparently.
welcomed,
So-
I guess.
I shouldn't have to explain anything to you. Take another long drink.
She says, do you have any family that prays for you as you travel?
Yes, my parents still pray.
That is wonderful.
Or at least I hope they do. Pretty sure they do.
She's like, I'm sure they do. We've all
Aw.
heard of the story of Dar's grief.
Yeah.
And she says, you have, right? Good. She's like, the less you are a traveler without a prayer.
Well, if only a ship and a prayer could mean survival. These days it doesn't.
She says, then maybe I should pray for something else. For a new path.
That's nice. That's a nice prayer.
I could go for a new path.
She says, well, I seem to have come a long way with very little to say. But I wanted to stop you just to let you know.
What's that?
Today,
Hello.
I make an offering for you, Tao.
Hey, Sam. Mama Samu is here.
Thank you, Shully.
Oops, sorry.
And I will make an offering for you.
Sorry, it freezes up every
She
time
says, I appreciate that.
I found a janky way to
Though
figure out how to get the video
It has
to
been a
work
long
for
time
this.
since I have traveled off Coriolis.
But it's working now, so that's what matters.
I feel like we all kind of need the traveler no matter where we are.
It's true. Our entire existence seems to be driven by travel. Well, I must back to my duties. Today is an exciting day aboard Coriolis. The emissary arrives.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do you get to meet him?
Of course not. I am simply a lowly priest. The emissary is here to see the council, but I do hope to lay eyes on them. The embodiment of the judge, they say. It can't mean good things.
It's very worrying.
It is. But the judge can also bring judgment,
Ooh.
which I don't know how long you've been on Coriolis, but it seems that there are a few people here on Coriolis that deserve such a judgment.
I don't spend much time here. Try not to.
It's probably a good thing. Coriolis can work its way into your mind, change you, just like the darkness of space. Probably why you travel between them, yes?
I just love the acting in this. You guys are so good
It's
at
funny,
carrying into character.
There's a feeling when you get there or nearby. It's hard to explain.
To the emptiness, the void.
Yeah. Strange things happen.
I have heard. Well, I pray that you do not meet such things in the darkness of the void. May wherever your next travel be, may the journey be swift, and your findings be great. And she gets up and she nods. She slides her hands into the long sleeves or the draping sleeves of her robes. And she says, for you, something that I think you'd like. And she reaches deep into her cloak as if there's like a pocket on the interior sleeve, and she pulls from it a small figurine. And she sets it on the table. And she says, occasionally, priests of the traveler are known to give other travelers trinkets. May it keep you safe.
Aww.
And she walks away into the people and back to the main thoroughfare, just in time for you to see a familiar face. Your intern, Tamir, pushes straight past this woman with really no consideration of her in any way, followed by two additional gentlemen that you do not know. They move at a relatively quick pace. And Tamir, Tal is exactly where you left her.
As they walk up, I take the figurine and I put it in one of my pockets, making a mental note that I need to get a shirt with wider sleeves so I can put a pocket up my sleeve, because that was a great idea, and Tal would have never thought of it on her own.
Nice. She did give you something. I love it. There's only one open bar stool to the right of Tal, but this is an open-faced cantina, so that looks kind of into this area. And this, middle-aged woman behind the bar, she looks at all of you, waiting to see if you're going to order anything as you walk up.
Okay.
Tamir's not going to order anything.
Then she ignores you and she moves on. Then she starts serving other people, leaving the four of you alone.
Hey, Tamir.
Hey, Tal. This is Malik. This is my brother.
Hi.
Yep, that's the one.
Nice
Malik
to meet
Tal,
you.
Tal, Malik.
Hey, this is my friend Saul. He needs to hire a ship. Shut up. Not. Not. This is a friend of mine. He needs to hire a ship. I'm told you have one.
I do have a ship. It is for hire.
Great.
Where are we going?
Saul?
I look at the dossier. Where am I supposed to go?
Yeah, you guys are headed to the Taloan system. Let me change our map over to the actual Third Horizon map so you can see it. All right. I'm going to ping a few things, so give you guys a second to get over to roll 20. I have this marked in green so that you can see it, but this is where you currently are in Kua. This is where Coriolis is located, right here, kind of in the center of the map. You'll be able to take one of the portals and jump to the system of Hemira, but because all systems have been lost with this other group, I'm going to pull this to the side. With Talon here, you can see it. You will have to fly from Hemira to Tawin without the use of the portal. So basically, you're going to go from Kua and jump to Hemira, and then you will have to manually fly from there to Tawin. But you are headed to this region right here of Tawin.
Okay. Right, so map, and it's a good one too.
Where we gotta go? I look at it and I noticed that there's a jump, but then we have to fly, and then under his breath, Saul's gonna be like, oh, "You've got to be kidding me."
What? Where are we going?
Right. So the final destination is Tawin.
Tawin. T-A-O-A-N. Tawin.
In the dossier, does it say like this is kind of like a secretive mission, or is there anything there's like a separation of what it can give and cannot give?
That's a good question. It says to hire a team to complete the mission, so you can share what you're there to do, which would be probably search and rescue. It is not secret that there's been radio silence from Tawin. So that's not necessarily a secret either. The bigger thing would be not telling her who you work for.
Right. So the objective, though, is
the objective as it stands is search and rescue, and to gain search, rescue, and information. What happened? Why was communication lost?
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
So I was just gonna look over the dossier and be like, "Oh God, why would he give me this?" The operation is fairly simple. It is a quick trip, a search and rescue of any survivors, and a quick reconnaissance of the area to see of any data, information lost, and then just bring back whatever we find. The destination is Talon.
Okay.
Now, as a pilot that flies around without the portal and flying through that area, you know for a fact that this is considered one of the most dangerous areas to fly through. This is actually known as a danger zone between Hamura and Talon.
But she
for
is
various reasons.
ace pilot. She'll be able to make it, right? Right?
And just because I have a hard time with scaling money in games, what, as a pilot, what would one normally charge for the flight like this?
Well, you got to cover, I would think, expenses and things like that. So the average pilot on a pretty safe, like just run of grabbing things and returning them, maybe 1,000 burr. But you're looking at this being a very dangerous mission. It's a rescue mission, which means you're bringing people back and you need extra supplies. And more importantly, it's dangerous. There's a very high level of danger here, just especially in the second half of the mission.
Ooh.
So you can price them at whatever you want. You're a freelance pilot.
Great.
But yeah, the average run of something like this might be 1,000, 1,200 burr.
Yeah. So you want me to take my freighter to Talon in a dangerous area for a search and rescue?
I mean, they don't really have search and rescues in safe areas. Or they...
Fair.
I look over at my league and be like, yeah, what he said.
Tal, it's kind of a noble job.
It is.
We are
And
But I
noble
also
people.
need fuel.
And Tamir, you get to see 2 portals.
Yeah, 2 portals, I know.
I mean, that and like... My little brother here says you've been off the station and on the station, and then off the station and on the station, which means you probably haven't had a lot of work to begin with, so...
No, that's true.
Some
All
has
right.
been no work.
As Saul is like gathering this information, his expression slowly becomes more and more concerned. He's like, what did you say the kind of ship you had was?
It's a freighter.
It's a research vessel.
It
What
was
kind
originally
of-
used to scope out portals as well as signs of habitations around planets, and it's got all the necessary equipment for the job that you need, actually.
I like scroll through like frantically through the dossier.
If you
Okay.
want to find people, if you need to bring things back, I'm your captain. However, that mission is dangerous. It's going to take quite a bit of good flying from my end and quite a bit of luck from the traveler. I'd say, 2,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
Real quick, can I look at the dossier? And I probably would have looked at it as we were walking. Was there anything on the dossier for me specifically to say, keep an eye out for, bring back, do anything, or is it just a straight up reconnaissance mission?
So there are, in terms of the information, that's a big part of this. So people, obviously, but to find out what is causing the lack of communication, why the portal is down. So they need information on the portal, and to report on anything else that you find. The biggest piece of this dossier for you is that it's not, you can't let them know you're working for the syndicate.
Right.
Okay. Because you don't even know who hired the syndicate for this job, because this seems even above their status.
Right.
You also don't know why the syndicate is interested in this specifically, and there's very little information. I would say at this point, if you wanted more information on Talon and what's been going on, you could possibly do a little bit of research, but you got a data gen if you wanted to talk him into trying to find some extra information on what's been happening.
I would also say, like, having worked where you work and for who you work with on a search and rescue mission, you don't need a data gen.
Right. So like I feel like a lot of these Saul is like just everything being gathered is just weirded out by the fact that he's been given this specific mission, especially since his past has literally been just killing. So he's kind of a little impatient, but also very cautious. And with that, that price seems fairly reasonable. I will give you what you request in addition to a bonus if we are able to maintain this under a very strict and low-key mission. I don't want any noise above us or anything to follow, just in case something may happen. It's both for your safety and the crew's safety. It's better to just make sure everything is top clean. So if you're okay with that and these conditions, then we have a deal. Also, and I look over to Tamir, is he a part of your crew?
Yes, he's my engineer.
That's what I said.
All right. You did. I didn't know if you were her.
Well, I
engineer.
want to think, did Malik call him the intern?
No, I called him the chief engineer.
You did.
Oh, you called
Yeah.
him the chief engineer. Maybe I called him the intern. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like no one clarified that you were her like
Yeah.
engineer. So and he's like, okay, see, you two are brothers. You're coming with me, and you work for her.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sounds
so
good.
I have to ask, especially because it's my ship. Do you have any special requirements while we're on ship? Is there anything about you that I need to know?
I'm your new sensors operator.
Yes.
Are you good at anything?
Sensor operation.
Sensor operations.
I got that. I was talking to him.
Oh,
I
sorry.
like hold up the dossier and be like, yeah, I have the dossier,
Well, that's helpful, isn't it?
and I have Burr.
Also helpful. I like Burr.
Can I see what is on your dossier?
No,
But I could probably help.
no.
Are you sure? I'm really
Yes.
good at
Finish off my drink and I signal
poor
to
Tamir.
the
Yeah, you
poor woman.
signal to Rashina. Rashina comes over. She makes a big old wink at Tamir. She's an older lady, and she thinks you're real cute.
Ooh.
I'm gonna see the little interaction. Why did that lady just wink at you?
Because they're together.
At what?
They're together like a couple.
She says, "Oh, I haven't dated anybody as cute as him in years."
I didn't say dating.
And I look at the lady and right before I leave. Yeah, I can see that.
Right.
And then I'm gonna walk out.
He likes the grandmotherly types.
And she goes, "Tall. It's on me. Don't you worry about it, sweetheart. It was only one drink. And you're always spending your burr here. You just
I
bring
love
him
it.
back, okay?"
That's so
As soon
amazing.
as I'm back here, I will bring him back for you.
The girl. And she kind of like wraps her towel and like pops it a little bit in a sassy way. And somebody kind of calls her name and she says, "Travel safe now. I'm going to say a prayer for you."
And for you.
Good pull, Tamir.
As we I guess we migrate out. I'm gonna like pull towards Malik and ask him, could you do some research on the area that we'll be traveling to? I believe there's 2 stops.
You're asking a lot of questions.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You're a dadagen.
And usually when someone asks a question, they are presented with answers.
Yeah. You're asking a lot of questions for someone funding this.
Yeah. I
You
am.
have no idea why we're going there, do you?
I have enough information for what I need. And as long as I get the job done, I don't need any more.
Is the rescue mission the only thing on that? And he kind of like looks to the tablet.
And then I kind of like push it away so from his gaze. Yeah. To your concern.
You're a bodyguard.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, I'll look up Toan.
Thank you.
Hey.
As we're walking off, I look back, automatically starting to go towards the one store that I buy most of my foods and stuff for journeys.
Yeah.
Just automatically start heading that way. And I kind of call over my shoulder as they're talking in the back. I'm like, hey, when do you want to leave?
Now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to make sure that my ship is stocked for 4 people.
Sure. Do what you need to do.
Because right now I've only been keeping enough for 2.
Where is your ship docked?
It would be docked at the net,
Yeah, it's at the net.
which
Where
is
Phenomenal.
quite
all
a
the
ways from
ships
here,
are
but
docked.
yeah.
But we have to get supplies first. Because
Right.
you know, sometimes trips like this can take a while.
And you know that you've got to do at least one jump, and that jump requires cryostasis for every, basically a sleep stasis for everyone, and quite a lot of prep and fuel for the ship. So you will need some extra supplies.
How many cryo chambers do you have on the ship?
It's one chamber that everybody sleeps in. It's like one chamber for the ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they have pods, don't they? You can only fit so
Does
many
it
people in them.
hold? Yeah. How
no,
many?
they're-
It's 6.
6
I
pods.
believe.
It should be in the ship
Trying to
thing.
pull up the ship.
It is.
Yeah, I believe that if I remember correctly, the Defiant
Stasis hold. It
has
says
a
16 here.
a stasis hold.
Yeah, Stacy
16. Yeah.
Yes, holds 16 people. I imagine it. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys ever went to those like old school like pop-up carnivals that have that thing called the Gravitron.
That's what I thought.
I imagine it looks like a Gravitron. That's
I
the
know it
ride.
fucking
Yeah.
spins.
Yeah, it doesn't spin. It's just like a circular chamber with these like padded boards along the wall, and everybody gets like lays against them, gets strapped in.
Damn, that's not
And then
fun.
you go. Basically, the chamber puts you all to sleep, so that you can make the trip safely.
So we can get 12 people.
Yeah. I think that should
Do we
be
need
enough.
to prepare for 12 people? Or...
Unless you don't jump back.
Shut up, Dot.
Oh, my
I
hair
think
is-
it's
oh.
smart to prepare for as many as we possibly can without exceeding what we need to do.
Yeah.
Well, my ship can technically jump with 16 people aboard total.
So 12 more.
Check something real quick.
And I was about to say, though, you do have an additional
I-
cargo hold that could probably hold more folks as well.
Just not for the
However, I
Yeah.
only have, if things go very badly, I only have enough escape pods for a total of 8 people.
Well,
Are
let's
you
plan for that
planning-
not to happen.
is that a constant concern for you to have on your ship?
Well, no, not on the ship. But
It's a good idea to know that before
I-
you get on a ship and go into dangerous area.
I count like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, so you say you have 8 escape pods?
No. It's 2 pods, 4 people apiece, 8 people total.
That should be enough.
Yes.
how many people are we planning to rescue?
Well, we can only
Uh,
rescue 12.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't even know if
Well,
there are
sounds gonna be
survivors.
I never said we were going to rescue anyone.
I mean, you did say it was a search and rescue.
Oh, yeah, I did. Fuck.
Specify rescue. Are we lying already?
Oh,
That
no.
doesn't bode well.
If we find people, we
You're
can.
lucky I need money.
If we find people, we can cross that bridge. But our main objective will be to recon, find out information, figure out what happens, and report it back. If people are in need of help, we can always send more. But first things first is we got to know what's going on there.
True.
Information is top priority. So yeah, supplies. Let's go get supplies.
So off you guys head. Literally, you can easily take the tube station from the Ozone Plaza directly across to the Market Plaza, which is where you'll find most of this. You've stocked up before, Tal. I will leave it up to you. I'm guessing your fee is for you, and the rest of everything will need to be covered under Soul's creds in terms of all of that. And you're able to stock the ship. I'd say for this, it's going to cost you, with fuel and everything, another 2,000.
Yeah, just search, no rescue, right?
Here.
Okay.
So
that's through my payment, right?
Yeah, that goes through your payment. So just keep your kind of. So we're at about 8,000 now, plus the 2,000 payment to her. So you still got plenty of leftover if there was something else that came up. Just keep that cred stick close.
So 8,003. Okay. 8,000.
Yeah, and then once you pay her out, you'll have your extra as well. So you guys make it to Market Plaza. You know how this works very easily. You place your orders, they will ship them down to the net for you and begin loading them in Tal. That's kind of how this works. There's also a loading dock where the ship can be pulled up to, but it ain't your money. Might as well have somebody deliver, right? So you don't have to lug it back. And you guys stock up. While you're wandering about the marketplace, there is, and finish up probably the last order. You hear a small voice.
Uh-oh.
That goes, that's the one that said he'd kill me. Yeah, that's the one that picked on me and tried to turn me into the adjudicator.
Oh, no.
And a few people kind of part, and two children stand at the end of the parting bodies. A little girl
Oh, crap.
and a little boy. One points at Soul, one points at Malik, and behind them stand three large men. Guess who?
Do I recognize these men?
You do.
Under my breath, I will say shit.
And the very large one goes, it's time to tattoo him.
Uh-oh.
Get him, boys. And the two lackeys dart for you. They push people to the side and they begin moving very quickly your direction.
I take a step back and to the right and behind Saul.
I would like to take a look at the environment and see.
Very crowded marketplace.
Right.
There are some agents around. So basically, your law enforcement, but they are pretty like on the far ends of the market, and definitely not nearby, I guess you could say. Other than the two kids and lots of bodies of people, they're just trying to push people out of the way, these two guys, and they're headed for you.
Uh-oh.
Is there any close by cart or like stands or anything that could be?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of carts and stands.
Right? God.
Lots of food vendors here.
Note to self, don't mess with children on the show.
Friends of yours?
I'm going to. Sorry, just getting my
I've
character
actually never
sheet
seen
up.
these guys in my life. I have no idea who they are. They seem like thugs. The little kid over there is a pickpocket, though.
Oh my
Tried to pick my
God.
pocket earlier. I called the adjudicator on him, but he got away.
I'm gonna look at.
That is
Paul.
such a lie. He did not pick your pocket. He did not. You're such a fibber. He's a good kid.
They didn't
He's
know
just
that.
trying to earn a couple burr.
They
I'm
don't
gonna
know
look
that.
at Tall and be like, "Do you think you can go prep the ship for takeoff immediately?"
I mean, I still got to get the fuel back. That was going to be delivered in like an hour.
Oh,
Okay.
douche.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
You
At
might
that
want to
point-
just run.
I'm
That's
going
my
to,
suggestion.
Is there any? Can I like shoot, not at the person, but like a stand or something near where they would be that could
Space
possibly
mana?
create a
Oh my God.
not a blockade,
No.
but just an obstacle for them.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. If you fire off a blast, you guys are in big trouble inside of Coriolis. But you would be, there are plenty of stands and things that you could turn over, like, turn over if you wanted to make like a barrier, make it more difficult for them to get to you.
Is there like a rock or a heavy object around me?
Yeah, there's a special kind of fruit that's found on a planet in another system that has a hard exterior. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but it's there. A whole stand full of them.
I'm gonna call it a
My
hardy
cabbages.
The hardy fruit. Done.
fruit. Yeah, I would like to
yeah.
grab the hardy fruit
Mm-hmm.
and try to knock out one of the little, I guess, support beams that might be holding the
Jesus.
stand.
Oh,
and
okay.
Try to create some sort of obstacle in front of them.
All right. This is gonna go down. This is an agility to throw it. Let me double check here. Yeah, if you have, I guess this is considered ranged combat. If you have a benefit to that, because you're throwing it, that's agility based. So I'll let you make a ranged combat attack, even though you're hitting a stance, not a person.
If I miss this is gonna be so sad. So I just click the little dice thing, right?
Just hit the dice thing beside ranged combat. Nice. Okay, you do in fact nail the first column of this stand.
Nice.
And some stuff kind of goes tumbling. Somebody goes, "No, my cabbages!"
I knew it. I knew that's gonna happen.
I can't even support that one. I'm sorry.
Stuff goes kind of like tumbling down. It doesn't barrel over the whole thing though, since it was only a limited success. It doesn't bring the whole thing tumbling down. They do have to now they're sliding on some kind of vegetable that's now splashed across the floor and under their feet. That's turning into this mush as they're still coming at you. They're about 60 feet away and heading at you fast.
Yeah, I want to run.
Great. Anybody else?
No.
I don't think
I'm gonna start walking off in just the opposite direction. No, nothing to see here. Just walking.
Yeah, I'm also running away because.
Oh, great! You're running too.
Yeah.
So the two guilty ones run.
I mean, they're large men are attacking me.
And they're not police force. So I don't think I can reason with them.
If Tamir stands still, I will grab his arm and pull him away with me.
You pull him away just in time.
We're just gonna go this way.
As I'm starting to dart, I just want to be we'll meet you at the ship because you told us where it was. So
yeah,
I was gonna yell that.
The two of you head off in a different direction as Malik and Sewell. You guys take off in the same direction. Running.
I mean, I think so. Malik's not a fighter, and he's pretty sure Saul's only here as a bodyguard. He knows too little.
Oh no!
So this is the fun part. You turn to run.
Is it fun?
And slam into a body you've already bumped into once today.
Damn it!
The big guy's behind you, and he snatches you up by the kind of scruff of whatever scarf you're wearing. And he grabs Malik as well and kind of lifts you both up. You asked a question. You can, if you want to roll some information, Mike, on that specifically, because his face is covered, you're welcome to. I don't know that unless you've paid a lot of money to have a bio-encrypted tattoo put on your body that I don't know about.
No, I wouldn't have done that. I wasn't sure if it was part of the other thing, who I work for.
No.
Gotcha.
This seems to be proper gang. Now, there's a possibility they are given occasionally information down from your boss or the people that you work for, but this is proper just thugs.
Oh my.
Cool. No.
Would these are the same thugs that dragged me into the
that tried to tattoo you up earlier.
You know these people? Why are they grabbing me?
Oh boy. All right. Let's relax here, okay?
You threatened
Protect Tamir, he's innocent. Oh yeah.
And you.
Okay.
Mama Tal took care of that.
The little girl goes.
Anyone?
The little girl goes. He told me he'd kill me if I didn't do what he said.
Yep, there's karma.
I said,
and he didn't even pay me, Dad.
I definitely paid her.
He did it. He did it.
She's gonna fit right in with you. But listen, put me down, and we can talk about this.
I'm not good at talking.
Okay. Oh. Question, DM. What are the laws within where we are in sense of self-defense?
Don't shoot people.
Don't open fire because that could be
fair.
really, really bad. Gang activity happens frequently, though the market's not the ideal place. And you realize as you are communicating with him, he's got you both by this scruff of whatever you're wearing, and your toes are just touching the ground as he's dragging you through the marketplace.
Dang,
and gets you to a
this guy's
back
strong.
alley and tosses you in it. Also, you can thank chat for this.
Is this the
Cool. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so
Yes, thanks chat.
if he threw us in an alley, like
Yeah, he kind of
there's
tosses you into like a dead end alleyway.
Okay, so there's not too much eyes on us anymore, right?
Not anymore. And he kind of stands at the end. You can see his massive silhouette blocking your way out.
Okay.
He says, "We've got a problem."
Uh-oh.
No, let me rephrase that.
You've got a
have
problem.
a problem.
Hmm.
And what would that problem be?
He says, "More than once today, you've offended me.
Oops.
You don't seem like a very nice person."
I don't recall ever offending
He's
you.
really not.
What?
He kind of looks at you and he goes, "And you?
Yeah.
You gotta turn my kid into the judicator?"
Oh
I
no.
mean, technically, I taught him a lesson and gave him a burr and sent him on his way.
Yeah,
He looks at his
he's
kid
an
and he
educator.
says, "You only got a burr out of him." "I don't know, Dad. It's just..."
Well, I mean, the deal was 0 burr to begin with, and then I voluntarily gave him a burr. He's a real bad negotiator.
Oh. You don't.
That
Are
was
you
the
calling my
lesson.
son bad?
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
he was bad
Damn it.
before, and then now, hopefully, he's
Malik.
better.
So here's what's gonna happen. For not beating you both to a pulp and tattooing something crude across your forehead for permanency, I need a favor.
Okay, what is this favor?
You weren't in a hurry, were you?
A little bit.
No.
Oh,
No,
good.
no. Okay, apparently we weren't.
Well, you can put that on hold then. And he kind of thumps down the alley with his heavy feet, encroaching in on you. And he leans in from the shadow. You can see the small beam of light hits the kind of embering data tattoos on his face. As a data djinn, you would know that sometimes bionic tattoos are used to carry information.
That's cool.
And he leans in. You can see it pulsating like a vein throughout his face. And he says, "I need you to deal with someone. That's what you do, isn't it?" And he looks right at you, Sal.
I look immediately at Malik.
I work in IT.
Yes. That is a good cover.
I'm just an errand boy.
No.
Like hats.
Right? It's so
Jesus.
good.
No son. What is your dad's name? He has a name, doesn't he? Does he have a name? Or do I need to give him one?
I never gave him one because I hate him so much.
Right.
Oh my
So
gosh.
he needs a
Wow.
name. He goes, "No son."
His name will be
Ama?
Aman.
Amon.
Perfect.
Aman.
No son
Thank
of
you.
Amon is just an errand boy.
As soon as he starts that sentence, I'm going to pull up close and grab his, not grab, but kind of just get up close to the point where it's just I'm blocking his mouthing so that Malik can't really see what he's about to say. And I'll be like, okay, what do you want?
There's a man. He works with your father. I owe him a very cold favor.
Cold fear?
He will be arriving in 2 hours on the docks in the net. I want you to take him out.
And I'm going to lean in and just be like, I'll accept. But if you ever mention my father's name again, you know he will take care of you.
Oh man.
He says, "Boy, your father and I go way back. We got our first tattoo together."
Ew, okay. Anyway. And then he's just going to lean back a little bit.
How personal. I love it so much. And he goes, "Fine." And he goes, "If you fail," and he's still standing, "I will find you."
Oh, evil person,
Okay.
evil.
And he goes, "I have a special group of people that work for me. I call them models.
That's
Models?
an odd name, but sure.
It serves its purpose, as do they.
All right. Well, 2 hours. Docs. Got you. Can we move this very uncomfortable conversation along?
He looks deep at you, and he turns around to his kids and he says, "Tell me when they're done. I have an appointment."
Little shits.
And he turns around and walks away, and the two kids, they stand at the end of the alleyway smiling.
Oh my god.
Laughing at the two of you having gotten in trouble. Your target. The boy walks up and he says, "Dad wants you to kill," what's his name?
Wow, you're very straightforward.
Yeah, but he goes, "I deal in business only." And he
Oh,
goes,
sassy.
Dad,
I know. I
Dad
don't know
wants
how
you
it
to
worked.
kill."
I don't know.
I got that.
Eris.
Okay.
His name is Nassar.
I don't know what the hell's happening. Technology is crazy.
What?
I'm like writing this down like on my dossier.
Stop writing it down.
I think
You
the
know,
one
it's
thing
like
I picked up, I
40,000
learned
people on the
in
space station.
watching you guys
Oh,
is don't mess
right,
with
his
kids.
first name, what was
in
his
the
first
first
name? It was
episode.
Like,
Once I start,
Abdul Nassar.
I'm not messing with kids. Just be nice. Just be nice to all the kids.
Abdul Nassar.
Which actually,
You know that name, Malik.
that
you know
would
that
be
name
that would
very
be
well.
something that my character would do, huh?
Do you have a point of reference? Any kind of characteristics I need to know about?
One of the kid hiccups. No,
Oh my god.
I'm just a kid.
What happened to I talking business? All right. Abdul Nassar, 2 o'clock. Docs. I look over to Malik. Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know him?
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me who he is?
When they leave.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I like brush the kids off. Like, go away, please.
He gives you the watching you eyes,
Oh yeah.
and they bustle off.
Yeah, that's a
No,
merchant.
I'm assuming that's what
That's
they
a-
do.
That deals in
merchant.
tech and artifacts.
Do you know him personally?
Yeah.
And I kind of like, with that, like Saul kind of like leans back a little bit and like goes like, "Is this gonna be a problem?"
Oh, no.
Probably. I mean,
Oh.
like, I'm not gonna stop you,
Okay.
but like, it's probably gonna have repercussions.
How so?
He's with the free traders. Pretty
E-
high up there.
Well, listen.
He's not just like a random guy who has a cart that he wheels out. He's kind of like a big time merchant.
Well, what do you think? We have 2 options here. Either we can attempt to complete this really, really big and annoying, bulky wall of a brick, his request, or we can just fly away. My only objective is just to finish this, and I point to my dossier.
Yeah, I'm ready to fly away. Would be
Oh.
great.
Okay.
Just run away from the
Yeah,
problem.
I would also note, this Saul, if he is an important person for the free traders, that means he's part of a different faction.
Mhm.
And you could be killing an important person in a different faction, which is how
Yeah.
faction wars get started.
Woohoo!
And, Saul's
Faction
not
wars.
really
I'm all for
given-
that.
He doesn't want to get involved with that. He just wants to finish his mission.
Finishing his mission.
He kind of has a little bit of faith that his father would somewhat back him up if something was to interrupt their business. So
Faith, the first thing the void takes from you.
Saul's
I
gonna
know,
sit there and
right?
think about it for a couple seconds and just kind of like play with his little scarf and be like, all right, well, I don't really want
I
to
can
kill
tell.
anyone. So
Yeah,
we should
no
probably
problem at
just
all.
leave.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So off you go, different direction. I would say Tall and Tamir, you make it to the ship in time. Your goods are already there, being loaded up. You can check on everything. Your ship, the Defiant, stays exactly where you left it. It even had a couple
What
patches
happened?
made to it. It's been refueled. Malik and Saul, you arrive. They probably arrived 45 minutes after you. They had to take the long way around to avoid passing back through the plaza and finding a different route to you. As the 4 of you board the Defiant, headed for I guess the Kua portal to jump through and make your way into the first system. And that's where we're gonna have to end tonight because it's all dunsies. We're done in on time, and we'll be back next week. So, wow, gang. You guys are troublemakers.
Hold on.
We collectively
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah.
I had a really good solo interaction. Thank you.
You did.
I personally do not agree with my character's decision. I'm just saying, okay? All right, listen, I stuck with something and I gotta see it through, so I apologize.
Oh, we're going to go, trust me.
This is just me.
So we're going to have an intermission, and then we're going to go on to the second episode after the intermission. So, gonna give us until like a 10-minute break.
We'll do our outros. We'll get the hell out of here, and then we'll see you guys next week. So we'll start with our wonderful, amazing GM back again this season, running some amazing Coriolis for us. Dot, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hey, gang. Thank you guys so much for coming out for the very first episode of Void. When Mike was like, I think we want to do some kind of dark RPG, I was like, please let me run Coriolis on your channel. And he let me do it. So here I am dumping out my darkest of dark and my fear of space on all of them.
Oh, I can't wait.
So thank you. And I encourage all of you, if you haven't taken a peek at this RPG, just let me say, go get your hands on Coriolis. This game is beautiful. The lore is extraordinary. The book itself is unbelievable. And I think as a GM, I have to say, it's pretty inspiring how much content that they have written for Coriolis. And I'll actually be pulling from some of the written content for this game. So come back. See us again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm in love with these 4 characters already. There's going to be super space shenanigans. So and if you want to catch me doing other space shenanigans, you can follow me on Twitch and Twitter. And I will be launching next week a Teens in Space campaign, which will be very different than this campaign. And then, of course, you can catch me on the North by Northwest podcast and on the Shadow... what is it? Not Sounds of Silence. What are we in now? We're in the Silence of Shadows, season 2 of VTM over on Roll For It. I'll get it right here in a second. So thank you guys so much. Those are places you can find me throughout the week. And I'm going to pass the torch off to the next person.
Yeah, we actually,
I think
Dot, myself, and Gnome were all in several.
Since I'm going to do episode 2, but that's fine.
We really want to play a dark thing.
Promote yourself.
Gnome has been talking about playing in space for.
Oh my god! If you guys don't know anything about Gnome, the one thing you need to know, he is a space nut.
I'm really thinking about running like a dark Coriolis game. I immediately texted Gnome and I was like, Dot wants to run a dark Coriolis game. I want to play too. Let me play that game. And then we lost our minds. And so we calmly and cool adjusted our business time and said, Dot, we'd love you to please come run Coriolis.
That's true too. Yeah. So I could just let you guys at least promote your.
And then of course I was like,
just your.
Does that mean I get to pick the rest of the cast? I've got 2
Do you prefer that? Do you want me to cut it off at the promotions?
I did. I hand selected these folks, so I adore you all clearly.
So whatever.
How about this? I'll pause this for now, and then since the promotions are going to be there for the end of episode 2 as well, which we're going to watch today, we can finish it up there and give us some time to. Dot is good. Yeah. So we're just gonna pause it for there for a quick second. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. Bio break, get some snacks, go get a drink of water, and we will be back. So it's 10:25 my time right now. So in 10 minutes, so that'd be 10:35. So you guys hopefully can be able to adjust your time zones wherever you are, and we will be back. I'm so sorry, by the way, at the very beginning. I don't know why this was having such an issue trying to capture the video, but we were able to figure it out in the end. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe. I'm really hoping that once we start episode 2, we're not going to run into that issue once more. I do have, it seems, some weird workaround. I hope it's not a temporary workaround, but we'll figure it out. But until then, my voice just cracked. Apparently, I'm going through puberty all over again. Until then, rest up, and we will see you on episode 2. Okay? And I'll be right back, okay? So stay put. See you soon. Okay? right. We